Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Cities Skylines traffic fix and city fix video. I am fixing traffic and the city for someone else's city. This city was submitted by Burger. This is part 2. Part 1 is available on my YouTube channel. In fact, there is a playlist for many traffic fixes and city fixes and tips for city skylines. We are going to start right where we left off. And the objective here is to get the population of the city back to 130,000. The traffic's pretty much solved. 82% on the traffic flow, or 81 right there. Of course, no despawning. So basically, we just need to let the city run. We're going to put it on fast speed, and that way it can just start to build up the population. You can see that people are coming in. It's the most profitable that the city has ever been. I do want to take a look and make sure that I've removed all of the lane connectors. I did put one around here for emergency purposes. Yeah, there we go. Let's delete those. You do not need to use lane connectors. And I believe I already removed the ones that were over here. Good. We can take a quick look and see if there's lane connectors anywhere else that Burger might have put in. Ah, right here. I think that's good. And so let's just let it run, and I will be back. Okay, I've been letting it run a little bit. It's up to 91,000. It's been to 100,000 before, and it stays above 80, but I noticed a little bit of a backlog right here. It's down to 75. So I'm going to pause it really quick, and that way we can diagnose what's happening here. And so one thing I'm going to do is upgrade this from 4 to 6. I think it's overkill, but it should help in some of these areas that are a little bit busier. So we'll make that a right turn only. And then it looks like a lot of people are taking a left, so we'll make that a left turn only. And then let's kind of hit play. We'll slow it down so we can see how everybody moves. A lot of people are taking a right here, so we'll make that a right turn only. There's a decent backlog right here, so I'm actually going to go ahead and upgrade this. It's going to mess up the zoning, but that's all right. And we'll make each lane dedicated for each direction. And we'll upgrade this road from 2 to 4. Left turn only. I think this is a right turn only, so we'll do that. Sorry, I'm moving it kind of fast. Here we go. So let's see if that helps this stuff move here. Give it some time to clear. And we'll upgrade this right here, 2 to 4, 2 to 4. It's kind of small. There we go. Two to 4. It's quite a bustling area. I actually think that some of it is being caused by the pedestrians. Two to 4. Let's take a look. Have we made any progress? Yeah, 79. All these people want to take a left, and they're behind these guys. It's looking better. A dedicated left turn lane right there. I want to make that a dedicated right turn lane. And I want to make this a dedicated right turn lane. Okay, I think that looks good. We just got to let it keep on going. Let's take a look and see where else it's kind of, if there's a backlog. And we'll come back to that. All right, we broke 100,000, and I've just been going around taking a look. There's a few paths that needed to be created where there was a decent amount of Sims walking, and a few roads that just needed some dedicated turning lanes and stuff. So just some minor modifications. We're sitting at 79%, which is good. One of the things I wanted to do is, you know, this is an industrial area right here, and it does have good access to the highway, right? It's got really 1, 2, 3 actually to get across, and it's got many more to get to that highway that's south of it, but it really only has 1 to get to the highway east of it. So I was going to build out the frontage road right here, and I think not too far, but just enough for this road right here. And so I'm going to bring this out. There we go. And then we'll hook up the frontage road like that. There we go. So I'll give them another way to go east and west, but it doesn't help them actually enter this highway. And so I do want to give them... Is this too close? I don't think it's too close if I just do this. Right there. So we'll see if anybody takes that. There we go. There we go. Get the turning lanes set up. And we'll see if some of them use this to get out. $77. Not that bad. It's fine. Yeah, left turn only lane. Maybe we can make this 6 right here coming in. I don't think it's going to work really very well, but... because it still condenses down into a 4-lane road. Oh yeah, we can tell this to go ahead. This is not a real intersection. You can block the box. So we'll see if that kind of helps these guys. Oh man, wow. Okay, it's already an exit-only lane. Oops. Yep, that's good. There we go. And we can have 2 left turn lanes based on the flow of traffic here. I didn't really need to make that 6. Could have left it at 4. Alright, so I don't know if there's a lot of people using this, but enough to reduce some of the pressure on this road. Maybe some people would have come up here, come right, and gotten onto the highway, so that should be good. Okay, look at that. Okay. It's kind of worked its way down. So that's good. And this is one I used the intersection with just vanilla frontage roads. So that should help that quite a bit. And then are there people crossing? They're just using the elevated crosswalks. Good. There we go. There we go. Exit only, exit only. Oh, that's not exit only, that's a turn only. Good. So that's worked itself through there. This is cleared up here. You know, the traffic does ebb and flow. Can make this right turn only. There's a lot of people walking here, but not much of an issue with traffic. Alright, so we just need to let it keep on running. I'll be back. We are up to 105,000. Traffic is doing just fine. 81%. There is a lot of commercial demand, so I was looking to see where we could put commercial. And you know, there's some spots right here that would be nice for these residents. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And you know, frankly, this whole area is dead. You know, from when the population collapsed. So I won't necessarily rezone it or anything like that, but I thought I could put some commercial right here, especially frontage roads. Great place to have commercial. So I'm going to do some heavy commercial, or I keep on saying heavy, high density commercial. Do that right here, and then low density here. Yeah, that's good. There's also this power line. It would be nice to kind of get that out of the way. I think that's pretty good. Or actually, you know what? I'm gonna change that. Yeah, let me do that. And let me put heavy right over here. There. I think that's good. And then got some room to put some more over here. But they actually have some commercial on the other side of the highway, so it's not as urgent. So I think that's good. That was the place where they kind of needed it the most. Maybe some right around here too. Take a look. There we go. I think that's good. And so some of these trucks will actually start to come down here. And that will help with a little bit on the traffic, because I'm spreading out the commercial. You know, before they were just going up here, and then I created this area, so then they started to move over in this area. And then there was so much here that they were coming over here with a lot of traffic, and so it's just kind of dispersing the zoning out, and so it should help. You know, there was hardly any traffic on this road, any trucks coming down this way, and so now they will, compared to the direction that they were going before. So again, the solution is to diffuse and disperse the traffic. So for the first time since I've been working on the city, there is actually industrial demand, or industry and offices. And I was also looking around. There's just a small sliver of offices right there. There's no other office places. And so I think that that's what is causing the unemployment. There was a lot of the focus on education, so there's probably a lot of educated people in the city, and that's why there's a lot of unemployment, because there's hardly any office space. And then you can take a look at the outside connections. There's a lot of exporting of goods, so there's too much industry, not enough offices. So I am going to go ahead and adjust that now. And so I want to actually use the industrial areas, this heavy industrial area, to help reduce some of the traffic. And so I'm going to start out it'll be nice to kind of do this, kind of help reduce some of the traffic right there. And I think it'll be good to reduce some of the traffic right here. And we'll switch that over to offices. And we can take a look and see the impact on the unemployment rate. So let's hit play. And we can see kind of how fast it builds up. We are in fast mode right now. And so the the demand for industry should plummet. This is the most profitable the city's been. right? Remember, it was losing 80 to 90,000 a week, and now it's making over 70. Big turnaround. So offices are springing up. You know, not super fast, but they're coming along. There's again a lot of demand for commercial. And I mean, I've always done modifications to the layout, but I'm trying to limit it as best as possible. You know, it'd be great to put some right in here, because I mean, look at all this stuff is just totally dead. But I'm trying to limit it, so I've just kind of done it on new roads that I've built, keeping the primary, keeping the integrity of the city primarily intact, or as the primary sections as much as possible intact. All right, so I'm going to let that run, and I'll be back. We are making great progress. Population is around 112. Look at how profitable the city is, almost 90,000. There's good amount of consistent demand. The traffic flow, 81, 82. And I have done some more modifications to the zoning. One of the things that I looked at is there's still a lot of exporting. It was over 4,000, so I've been removing some of the industry gradually, but we do need industry or office space, and so I've been replacing that with office space. And so there was a little bit of industry right here I replaced with office space, a little bit of industry right here that I replaced with office space. There's some minor road adjustments, like this was a 4-lane road, made it a 6, updated the path, so did a little bit of that, and then built out some commercial right here because there's demand, built out some more commercial over here, some office space here because of the need, and then there's this section over here that I put in some office space. So addressing some of the zoning needs, you can see there's a lot of commercial, a lot of industry office space that's needed. One of the things, I was just looking around because I wanted to put, eventually it's good to have a highway down here in the southern part of the island, and I looked over here and I thought, oh, what are these things? And I thought, oh, is that poop water? So these are pumping stations, and the water rises and falls, and so the poop water rises and falls into this area and then flows over here where it's being pumped into the city. So some of the Sims are going to get sick from that. So I kind of noticed this part, and it looks like these guys are being powered by the solar panel array, but once the water floods over it, the electricity shuts down, and then these guys stop working because they don't receive any electricity. So I'm actually going to this is kind of outside the city limits, so I'm actually going to destroy most of these. I'll do it right now. Let me destroy all of them so that this flooding kind of can stop. And yeah, now the sewage drainage capacity is not enough, which is fine, And so this is where they were previously. I actually destroyed some of them and placed some of the eco water treatment plants. And so I'm going to destroy the rest of these. And we're going to put some more of the treatment plants right here. And then I think that eventually, if this part of the city is bought, then it'll be easier to kind of place some more down here. Well, actually, I think that's the edge, at the edge. Yeah, so maybe nothing should be placed here so that the water doesn't kind of flow back into this lake. Let's hit play. Is this sufficient enough for the need? Let's take a look as this resets here. That one gets online, that one gets online. No, it is not. No problem. See if that generates enough as those get online. It's 1 million, and then what we can do is we can update our budget. Here we go. Now let's take a look. See what this number is. They need electricity? Yeah, they're so far out from the main part of the city. There. Let's see, what is the capacity? Really close. Really close. So I wonder if you put you just put one here, what will that do? And maybe it can clean up some of this water too. Let's just see what happens. Maybe we can bring the electricity in from somewhere. See if it still creates this kind of flooding action that happens. And then we can actually raise the land a little bit. I'm raising it up a little bit. There we go. See it a little bit better. There, it should be fine now. And then hopefully it kind of just drains down over there. Yeah, we can't adjust that. Alright, so I think that's good. So look at the demand for industry and offices. And by the way, that was it. The reason why the unemployment was so high was because there was this, where'd it go? There was this education boost that was in effect for the city, and there was hardly any office space, so that's why the unemployment rate was so high. The other thing I noticed is that there was a significant shortage of high school availability. I think eligible was like 17,000 and the capacity was 7 or 8, so I built several more high schools. And do we still have a little bit of a need for the sewage draining? No, I think we're okay. We've got way more pumping than we need. I think there were some pumps over here. So we can go ahead and get rid of these guys. So does this look like it's pretty stable? Any water flowing through? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, and look, see, it's starting to clean the water. See, the poop water is not near it anymore, so that's good. That will help out with that area. You can see, like, it's supposed to be colored blue, and it's this brown stuff, but then near this place, it is blue. All right, very good. And so I'm going to let it run. I'll be back. All right, we are done. We are at 120,000. The city is growing. Great on the profitability. Look at the traffic flow. We are at 81% or 80. It does fluctuate a little bit. And there is no despawning. I'm going to go ahead and pause it. I'm going to lock it in at 81. There is no despawning, right? And one of the things that I had to do is, you know, there's a lot of abandoned homes. There was many more than what you see here. They're the ones with this brown icon. And so I actually went through, and some of them had 4, 5, 6 in a row. And so you can kind of see right here, this gap. That's actually zoned, and a lot of it had just abandoned residences or abandoned residential zoning. And so I actually went through many places and destroyed them, and that actually makes the residents happier because they don't want to see like a dilapidated building near them. There's obviously still way more, but nonetheless, I destroyed quite a few of those in this north central area, a little bit on the northeast area, this central area, and on the southeast area. And when I did that, the population really started to take off. So, so I did that. There was a lot of demand for commercial and industry or office. So just where I had little spaces, I put in some, you know, office and commercial right there. A little bit more office and commercial right here. And that was just to try to help the city continue to grow, address the demand, and continue to get the population up. The one thing that I did is because there was so demand, this area up here by the park was empty, and so I actually built out a lot over here. And so here's one highway intersection. Another highway intersection can be right here to hook this up. And then I had talked before about a highway intersection here to hook this up. So especially as this is being built out, the traffic over here is getting much busier. I think that's good. And then the unemployment rate, where was it at? 54 or something like that? Really, really dropped that down. And so it'll continue to go down as the city gets a little bit more built out in terms of the demand. So there's a lot of commercial and office space demand. Technically, you know, this residential area, this is just too much. It really is. This is better. You know, there's some commercial here and some residential here. This is actually still too much. So this whole section, it's like the top half should really just be rezoned. And that should be a mix of residential, commercial, and office space. So maybe like some more homes right here, a little bit of apartment complexes, and then a little bit of office spaces, and then some commercial. That's really what should be done. There's no demand for residential. So again, I wanted to try to keep a lot of the main components of the city as best as possible while trying to fix it. So I didn't want to do too much of that. You know, I already updated some of the zoning here. So I was trying to keep a lot of the city thematically the same. And this was empty space, and so that's why I kind of filled some zoning here to address the need for the city. You know, let me show what the city actually looks like. Everything is flowing nicely. We'll go slow. Everything is flowing nicely. Looks great. You know, if I hit this, Look at that. You know, there's some busy areas here, but they get cleared up. They ebb and flow. Okay. So I think that's good. I'll do a quick summary, though part 1 will have more of a summary. Several things for fixing the traffic and fixing just various parts of the city for the city of Lake Valley, created by Berger. Lot more intersections from the highway into the neighborhoods. Replacing cloverleafs with stack interchanges. Removing the lights, upgrading 2-lane roads, many of them to 4-lane, some 4-lane roads to 6-lane roads, addressing dedicated turning lanes, using frontage roads, removing excess services, updating the budgeting and the tax rates, dramatic improvement of the metro system, right? It was carrying 1,100 people per week before, now it's doing 5,000. The city was losing 80,000 weekly. Now it's making 70,000. So, and then of course updating some of the zoning, because the zoning was concentrated in many areas and needed to be dispersed through the city. So those are all the ones that I can think of off the top of my head. What are the next steps to really improve the city even further? So the import number, I can't remember where that started out with, but it is lower, I believe. The export number is definitely lower, right? It was exporting over 4,000, now down to 2,300. It means that there's less excess industry. There still is, though. So I think maybe some of this industry, maybe like one row could be removed. Maybe one row here could be removed. So a little bit of updated zoning there. And then it would be good to buy this piece of land, and create a highway right here on the south side and bring it up and destroy this center section where I've left space to connect into this highway. So then there will be a highway through the center part of the city, east and west, a highway through the southern part of the city, and eventually it'll be good to create another highway covering the north part. And that will really also help with the traffic. There is no cargo harbor or cargo train terminal, and so the best place to have that would probably be like right here. I mean, I guess there's train tracks right here, so you could put it right here. And then, you know, there's some highway access. It'll be close to this industry area, close to this industry area, fairly close to this industry area. But that will definitely shift some of the traffic dynamics, so it will require a little bit of rearranging the roads. But that'll be good. That'll help out with the import stuff. And then lastly, there is importing of a lot of agricultural products. And then there's a spot right here for agriculture. There's also a spot here, but I think, you know, if there's going to be a highway coming right here, then you can put in some agriculture right there. And that will help reduce the importing. And then deleting some more of these, destroying some more of these abandoned buildings to let them get filled out, but rezoning that. So the city's in great shape, more profitable, growing, amazing traffic flow. So it's on the right track. So thank you, Berger, for uploading the city. I appreciate it. I enjoyed working on it. Live streams are on YouTube, Twitch, DLive, and Twitter simultaneously. Please stop by, say hello, everybody. And of course, if you like this video, hit the like button. I would appreciate it. You can dislike it if you did not like this video. And of course, if you want to support me more, smash that subscribe button. All right, thank you for watching. Hopefully this gave you some good tips and was a good guide on fixing traffic and fixing a city in City Skylines. All right, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.